And join me to find out which not-so-new shop in Cockermouth is celebrating 50 years on the High Street.
Well, next tonight, it's been flooded out twice, survived the arrival of electronic reading devices, cut-price supermarkets and a recession. What is it?
It's Cockermouth Bookshop. It's called the New Bookshop. It's not so new. It is celebrating 50 years at the centre of the town. Samantha Parker went along to find out what's kept it going.
For 5 decades, the New Bookshop has stood proudly in the centre of this Georgian market town. It has seen many changes in 50 years, evolving to suit the needs of its customers. Right from when you're a small child, there really is nothing like a good book. But in the age of electronic devices, is there still a place for them in society? Catherine Hetherington took over the bookshop from her parents 11 years ago. She, of course, argues books will always have their place. It's just a matter of changing with the times.
It has its own image and it has its own curated selection of books too. So we've tried to choose books which will appeal to people, perhaps on as an impulse buy or just something that's going to really interest them and not necessarily just something that's in the bestseller charts.
As well as carving their own niche, they've opened a coffee shop. But back in 2015, Catherine faced a choice about whether to stay open after the shop was flooded for the second time in just 6 years.
You know, really quite hard mentally, I suppose. We've done lots to the shop, but it's still a worry. Every time it rains hard, it's always at the back of your mind. So yeah, it has been difficult. Yeah.
4 years on and business is thriving, and Catherine believes community spirit is at the heart of it.
We know them by name and they know us by name as well, so it's just really lovely when you're in the shop, but also when you walk along the street, that you're saying hello to people all the time. So we do really feel part of the community, and I think people will come in here and they feel that we are part of Cockermouth as well, and lots of people, if they're coming for a coffee, they'll come and meet at the bookshop, which is lovely too.
Certainly little Heidi Steele seems right at home as she ably shows the way to the Peppa Pig books. The shop caters for all ages, with story time and book clubs, and its charm draws people from afar.
We don't like the idea of the electronic book, the tablet, so we don't have tablets. We want to just touch the thing, feel it, look at it, hold the page. Look at the illustrations and bring it all to life.
I like to take a book to bed, and yeah, it's a bit of a cliche, but you can't cuddle up to an electronic device. I don't think you can anyway.
As the birthday celebrations continue, Catherine's keen to remind shoppers they'll only survive the next 50 years if they support the High Street. Samantha Parker, ITV News, Cockermouth.